OMT Online Dynasty. Finally, we are here. We are back, ready to start our college football 27 journey. Obviously, that means it is time to say goodbye to Old Dominion, to our beautiful background, this long sleeve sweater victory for ODU. We had a lot of good times. We had a lot of great memories there in Norfolk, Virginia, but new game, new team. And it's time for us to start fresh. So just the other night, we did our online draft. If you missed that, the plan for me with pick number 29, I was looking pretty far down that board for teams that we could take for this year. I was looking at New Mexico. I was looking at UL Monroe. They look kind of fun. I was really looking at Troy, but god dang, GMOS came in and swooped them with like pick number 13 or something. But we had a list. We were prepared. We were ready. But when it came time to pick, there were some teams still on that board that we were not expecting, so here is who we ended up going with.
I know who I'm taking. Lock it in. I would definitely wanted New Mexico, but I can't do it. Instead, give me that big blobby red freak, Western Kentucky. Give me the Hilltoppers.
How could we turn down Western Kentucky? And no, I don't have a Western Kentucky shirt yet. It is on the way. It will be here in a couple of days. But some fantastic helmets, some great uniforms, a really nice home stadium, 1.5-star program, decent NIL. Couldn't say no to the Hilltoppers, and we can't forget about that little guy right down there. We're going to be keeping our eyes on him. I'm not sure how trustworthy of a character he is sneaking into our little press conference here. But can't lie, Big Red was definitely a big reason for us taking Western Kentucky. So Bowling Green, Kentucky is where we are going to call home for the next calendar year, the next 5 or 6 seasons, however many we can end up getting through here in college football 27. And I'm pretty dang excited to have ended up with this squad. We go over to our Xbox view here. We are going to have a CPU game. We're going to do offense only against Delaware. Get a feel for the squad here a little bit. We'll have one more CPU game. I probably won't do a video with that. Then we have 10 user games here in Season 1. If you haven't seen any of these before, this is probably a lot to take in. This is our 32 user online Dynasty. We've got 4 custom conferences for our first season here. It is going to be more geographical, more regional. And then we are going to go into a relegation system starting in Season 2. We'll go talk about that a little bit more when we go over our conferences. But first things first, let's take a look at the squad we will be rocking with. How does Western Kentucky stack up starting season number 1? Not bad. Not the best to not bad. Only a 67 overall, 69 nice. Offense, 66 defense. Quarterback, we are going to be starting Brock Glenn over Rodney Tisdale. 2 reasons for that. One is he is an impact dev junior. He's just a sophomore, but normal dev. And their throwing stats. Throw power, 88 for Glenn, 83 for Tisdale. Accuracies are better, except for deep accuracy, but I don't really throw deep a whole heck of a lot. I think for now, Brock Glenn is going to be our guy at quarterback. At halfback, senior A.J. Allen. Got a bronze 360, 90 speed, things we really like to see. And then we do have a freshman here with 88 speed as well. So if we can keep him on board, do wish he was a different dev trait, but, you know, there's only so much we can really do. Like the wide receiver that we got, or the halfback we got right now. I was getting ahead of myself. Now we're going to look at wide receivers. KD Hutchinson, 85 overall, 90 speed, 360 cutter and sidestep. Only going to have him for 1 season, but we are going to enjoy that season with this gentleman. Quincy Burrows, also a senior, unfortunately, 93 speed, 6'1" wide receiver. Then we have a junior impact dev, Zion Taylor with 90 speed, and Addison Claiborne, another junior with 90 speed. We got a freshman with 89 speed. We got a sophomore with 87. A lot of seniors though, so we're going to need some help in the wide receiver room going forward for sure. But for season 1, I really like where our wide receiver room is at. I also really like our tight end here, CC Aziram, 6'7", 85 speed, tight end 1. Love things you love to see, because we are going to be in the Missouri offense, which does use the tight end quite a bit. I do like to throw to our tight end, so having one like that to get us started, really like the looks of it. Offensive line is in shambles. Offensive line is not going to be very good. A lot of seniors too. We really need, and like every one of these guys has a deal breaker, brand exposure. How is that just now a problem? We're Western Kentucky, brother. But offensive line is going to be a big recruiting focus for us here, too. Defensive line, not going to be very good. I was going to say our defense as a whole, but that's actually not true. I don't like our defensive line. I really like our linebackers, and the corners are okay. So defensive line, not really much. But at linebackers, we're going to be running a 4-2-5. Mix of 3 high over G and some even. We're in 4-2-5 zone pressure on defense. And look at these two that are going to be our linebackers. Garrison Madden. It's only a 72 overall. That's fine. 89 speed, 6'2", 225. Yes, sir. Didn't even know this guy was on Western Kentucky when we took him, but boy, am I glad he is. Then right behind him, Joshua Mensah, an 86 speed linebacker. So those are going to be our 2 sub linebackers in the 4-2-5. We're looking for our 2 replacements for them because they're both seniors. They're already on our recruiting board. We'll go over that in just a second. Will linebacker, none of these guys are going to play for us. Corners, not the best, but we got Tony Newsom Jr. is going to be on one side, 6 foot tall, 88 speed, 5'10", 88 speed. Javion Dubois on the other side. Not great, but again, all of our teams are not going to be very good. And the whole rebuild process seems like it's going to be much more difficult this year. So we will see how that all goes for us. Free safety, Dave Herard, 6 foot tall, 87 speed. Strong safety, 88 speed. Jalen Lewis, Impact Dev senior. But right behind him, we do have, I'm actually going to switch these two. So when we're in that 3 high, Jacob Cosby Mosley is going to come in and play Impact Dev sophomore. That's already 88 speed. His is also brand exposure. Hopefully we have a good season and can get that brand exposure up a little bit, mainly just for this guy, because we really want him to stick around. So that is how our Western Kentucky squad is looking. You can see on the top right there too, our coach. We're Big Red. We had to bring back the Big Red Machine himself, Glenn Jacobs. By God, it's got to be Kane coming to coach the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Here's our contract goals for this season. Make a bowl game in the next 3 seasons. Should be able to handle that this year. Have fewer than 20 turnovers on offense this season. I'm thinking we're okay on that. I don't really turn it over a ton, but we'll see. Then win all of your conference games this season. What in the world is that one? What are you doing to me here, EA? There's no chance we're going to do that one. But if by some miracle we do, hey, that's 500 NIL. We will gladly take it. So that's pretty much everything. Let's take a look at Manage Blueprint, because I did do something here. Before the season started, I had 150 NIL up on this screen. So I did buy this one, the fundraising coordinator. You spend 150 now, you get 250 at the end of season recap. Seemed to make the most sense to me because we had 150 available on this screen, and that still left us 500 available to recruit with. So I think that made sense. Give us a little boost there at the end of season recap. We can take a look at our recruiting board because we're just focused on Western Kentucky right now. Here's how we're looking. Spending some on NIL. I think we have a total of 130 spent on these recruits. We're not going to go much more over that. These are just guys we found and I really, really would like, so I'm going to spend even a little extra NIL on these guys to make sure we can try to get them. I was hesitant to even show some of this because if somebody from this freaking dynasty watches this and comes and steals this quarterback, I might kick you out. You might end up being banned. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I would be so upset. If I lose him to the CPU guy, that's fine. But if one of you rat bastards comes in and takes my QB of the future here, Channing Lampkin, I will lose my goddamn mind. Look at this guy. Dual threat quarterback, 6'3", 199. 87 thorough power, 83 short, 75 medium, 73 deep, 86 speed, 81 excel. I'm begging you guys, please. Please leave this young man alone. Let him come home to Western Kentucky. Now, the thing we noticed with the Hilltoppers, pipelines, not very good. We have some tier 2s, we have some tier 1s. So a lot of the recruits we have on the board don't even have anybody like tier 3 or above on their little board over here. Like Lampkin, he's got 3 tier 2s, 3 tier 1s. We're a tier 2. I like our chances of grabbing this guy, especially now that we understand a little bit more about how visiting works and how the recruiting works. Of course, the NIL does add a little bit of a different factor to it. And I'm not sure if the strategy of, because these are the guys I really want. Like, even if we're setting their baseline NIL to be higher, which we are by upping the offer, I'm kind of okay with it because I really, really want, especially this guy. So that's hopefully going to be our QB1. We did find this halfback here. We just really need Georgia and Auburn to lay off the reins here because they are the tier 5 pipelines. Other than that, it's just tier 2s and tier 1s on his board. So hopefully Georgia and Auburn, stay away there. Wide receiver Quincy Westbrooks. We do have USF Nabuda. He's got that tier 4 pipeline on him. Hopefully he stays off. I mean, he's not anything super special. 5'11". He's like 90 something speed, 92 speed, 88 excel right off the rip. So pretty good speed. But again, this is gentleman's agreement, Naboot. If you want to go after the guy, you can go after the guy. Just don't go after that quarterback. Wide receiver Eric Catrera, our only green gem I was able to find. Gadget wide receiver, which I don't typically like the gadgets, but 88 speed, 83 excel, 6 foot tall, green gem. A lot to like with this guy. Here, I'll move this down a little bit so you guys can see a little better. Mr. Hardrick. I guess you can't really see his name behind me here. Anyway, we have no hours in on him as of right now. We just didn't really have any available. We did offer him some 15 NIL, exactly what he expected. A couple gold pipelines on there, but we have a tier 2, so hopefully we'll be okay here. Then I did just shift this around. So Gerald Kendricks, one of our hopefully linebacker replacements here, because we saw Oregon State offered him here as well. We do have that tier 2 pipeline. Oregon State has none, so we like that. And he's already got bronze house call, 83 speed, 82 excel. Plug and play. He could come in right away as one of our linebackers. And same as this guy, Rashard Irvin. This is honestly the one I would like even more. I just moved some things around because Oregon State offered that other guy, but 87 speed, 84 excel. This linebacker and this quarterback, no, that's just between us. Nobody needs to know about these two guys. If we get those two, just those two, I'm happy with this recruiting class. So we'll see how it all shakes out from here. Then we do have some more guys on our board we're just keeping eyes on. You know, if nobody offers these guys, some people at some positions that we can jump in and offer later on. So that's gonna be the plan. We definitely have to focus more on corners at some point, but you got to start somewhere, and we only have 300 hours to spend. So this is where we're starting, really trying to focus on some cheaper NIL options. Like these guys, I'm probably not going to end up offering. I'd find other quarterbacks or halfbacks with lower NIL, but a lot of, you know, 10 to 15 to 0, up to 25, a lot of zeros in there. Trying to keep that NIL budget down. It's just another thing for us to consider here throughout this dynasty and throughout recruiting. So I think that covers everything from a Western Kentucky standpoint. That's the team. That's how our recruiting looks. We're in the Missouri offense, 4-2-5 zone pressure defense. We can look at some things in the dynasty as a whole here. So conferences, like I said, we're going regional here for season 1. It's essentially going to be a placement season for us before going to the relegation system in year 2. So everybody that finishes first or second in each of these conferences will all be going to the Pac-12. That is going to be our Platinum Conference. 3rd and 4th are going to go to Gold, which is going to be the Mountain West. 5th and 6th are going to Silver, which is Conference USA. 7th and 8th, Bronze is going to be the Sun Belt. We are starting in the Sun Belt, which honestly, kind of good news for us, because as long as we don't finish 7th or 8th, we're getting a boost in NIL. What conference you're in affects how much NIL you have. The Sun Belt is the lowest of the 4 conferences we're using. I don't know how I feel with Western Kentucky. So App State 71 overall, Coastal 66, FAU 72, Jacksonville State 70. So we're all kind of in that same area. USF is 75, definitely the best team. Nabuda ended up taking them 2nd overall in our draft. Obviously, we'd love to finish 1st or 2nd. I should actually go through and name who is all who here, because we have a lot of people that actually came over from College Football 26. I think we've only got a couple of new guys in here. So in this conference, we got Radino is going to be Appalachian State, Cord is going to be Coastal Carolina, FAU Supersonic. Of course, it wouldn't be a college football dynasty season without us playing Supersonic at some point. Jacksonville State is Crizzle. He was North Texas last season. K is welcomed back. He was Washington State for a while in 26. Had to go away to do some Army training. Happy to have him back. He goes ahead and grabs Liberty. We got GMOS and the Troy Trojans, the team I actually really wanted to take here. We got Nabuda and USF, myself, and Western Kentucky. So if we can finish in that top 2, that'd be a wildly successful season. No lower than 4th is my plan here. So then our Pac-12, this will be our Platinum Conference going forward. Truth, who is Toledo, one of our national champions in College Football 26, grabs the Air Force Falcons. We got Colorado State and Jay Breeze, formerly Buffalo. There's going to be a lot of times where I'm going to call people by their former team names, or think Fresno State is still B3 like it was in 26. That's just going to happen. But this year, Fresno State is Moon Knight. Hawaii is Bruin. Oregon State was off the board early. First pick, actually. Brown 23M took over UNLV towards the end of College Football 26, gets the Oregon State Beavers. Wes, our former Tulsa adversary, takes San Diego State. TCAV with UNLV. Washington State was the 5th pick off the board, went to Cord. Mountain West Conference, we got Arkansas State. Rainbow taking over for the Red Wolves there. Got Louisiana Tech. Cosmic Selector was a UAB last year. North Texas is Spicy, our Colorado State user from last year. I believe he's actually in the, yeah, he is in the veer and shoot. We were so used to seeing him running that empty offense, now in that veer and shoot. Rice ended up falling pretty far in the draft. Went to Uncle Drew at pick 18. Pretty good pick. I mean, they're only 65 overall, but you have a lot of NIL in your 1.5-star program, so looking okay there. Texas State was Jonte in a split T offense. UL Monroe ends up going to Habs, who runs that triple option Navy. It was Navy last year. I'm not sure what it's going to be this year, but that 93 speed quarterback, they got decent speed on offense. I think that was a good pick by Habs. Of course, NIL is going to be a huge detractor right away, but at least in the Mountain West, he's getting a little bit of a boost this year. And I do think that team fits him pretty well. Then we got UTEP. Whoa, twice grabs the Miners there. And then UTSA was off the board early. This is going to be B3. So then our last conference, Conference USA. James Madison went off the board to King Poppy Sosa. Was actually an auto draft pick. Worked out pretty good for him. Boder, one of our national champions, taking the Marshall Thundering Herd. Miami of Ohio, this was actually another auto draft pick, which worked out pretty good for our guy Sean. North Dakota State lasted a lot longer in the draft than I thought they would. They went pick 23 to Sassy Spence. It was getting to the point where I was hoping they'd fall to me. I would have taken them so fast. Ohio was somebody who ended up dropping out already. We have somebody taking over his spot. It is going to be Kyokin Joey. If I'm saying that wrong, please let me know. I'm just going to call you Joey anyway. So he will be taking over for Ohio. Vancy, our other national champion, is the Temple Owls. We got UConn and Brooklyn, and then Western Michigan, one of the most surprise picks of the draft. They went number 7 to Redux Karma. So that is all of our custom conferences here for season 1. We can go over our rules and settings for this Dynasty too. These are a little more fluid. There are some things we can change in here as we go along, as we see what works, as we see what doesn't. Skill level is set to Heisman, and that is a bit of a different beast this season, especially with these crappy teams that we got. Heisman CPU games are no gimmies. Coach firing, CPU only. We don't need people actually getting fired. Coach XP setting, casual, essentially the same as we had it last year. This is the same as faster from College Football 26, so we're going to keep that. Injury on, we are keeping a manual progression penalty. I have heard that you do want to turn this down from 25, but with the recent update, maybe that's changed. For now, I'm keeping that on 25. All pre-order bonuses were turned off. Recruit flipping on is fine. I had a verbal commit. We'll keep pretty much most everything else here is going to be on default. Quarter lengths on 6 minutes. I don't think we changed anything on wear and tear. We might, because the boys are getting beat up pretty good. Then the portal stuff. We did carry this over from 26, but that's something that might change. I'm just making sure not to scroll down far enough that you can see the username and password and everything on here. I think we're good. So max transfers per team, we have that on 12, user chance 35, CPU chance 40. We might change that back to just what a default Dynasty is and let some more portal chaos reign. My only issue with that is that it does greatly benefit those teams that have the higher NIL. And I want to keep things as balanced as we possibly can, so I don't know exactly what we're going to end up doing there. XP sliders all on default. Gameplay sliders, we turned injury down to 10. Everything else on default. So I think that covers everything we got to cover here. That is how we've set up the Dynasty. That's everything you got to know about Western Kentucky. That's all of our conferences. That's everything we got to do. I think we can just hop right on in to our first game here. Going to do offense only at Delaware with that Missouri playbook. See how we can do. Give this team a little test drive. Let's go Hilltoppers. And we got to start with some new jerseys. We can't just wear our default away here. What do we want to do though? I know exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to have my face here for a second. We're going current away option 2, the whiteout uniforms, but we got to do some big red eyes. First game with Western Kentucky, we got to rock some big red eye helmets. So that is how we're going to look. I like it. I like it. We'll leave Delaware, can just wear that. That's fine. Team settings, let's make sure Missouri, 4-2-5 zone pressure. We want to kick first. We're going to play offense only. Here goes nothing. Our first game with Western Kentucky. I mean, the good thing is we are going against Delaware and not. I know we had some CPU losses already this season with some other teams. We might be joining the club. Let's go. Come on, Hilltoppers. And the defense forces a 3-and-out right away. Love to see that. I might just rock some coach suggestions and just see how it goes for us. I like the looks of that halfback ISO run here. Give it to our guy, Allen. Boys are all chilly. Boys are all cold here right off the rip. But, oh my goodness, look at that pancake. Oh my, oh my word. Did you see that? Oh, I just noticed I left my green screen thing on. There we go. I hate how that looks in the background. All right, coach wants us to run duo out a bunch strong offset. I'm okay with that. Don't love it against this look they're giving us, but I do love me a good duo run. So let's just take one right up the gut here. Go on, Allen. Go on, Allen. Hit him with a 360. Watch your back, brother. Kind of got cracked in the back there a little bit. But like what we're seeing, I mean, we do got to test out this quarterback at least a little bit, though. So we're going to try some things on offense, see how this quarterback can do. Really want to get that tight end involved here, too. So we'll just see. Maybe we can get a little dagger going here. We got Hutchinson. We'll just take a quick one right there to Burrows. Perfect. Love it. Love to see it there, boys. Maybe let's just go back to a run here on 2nd and 10. Go to a halfback base out of bunch X nasty. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I went away from coach suggestions and everything's falling apart now. Now everything's just falling apart. I mean, this was the main reason we went to this offense, was this tray offset. I really, really like this formation. We're gonna see what we can get here. I mean, dropping that pass on 1st down was pretty gosh dang brutal. Not how we were hoping to start this one. Get it out to Allen, wide open. You gotta run that, Allen. Go. 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 Hurry up. Hurry up. We should have not a power O. Inside zone. Gotta go to Allen. Gotta just pick up this 1st down. I can't believe we didn't pick up that 1st down in the first place. That's fine. We got this, Allen. We believe. We believe. Just dive. Just dive. Just dive. Just pick up that 1st down. Good work, brother. All right, so do we want to get into... Let's run a little bit of a pistol, because I do want to run more pistol. This is the main difference between Michigan's offense last year and Missouri's this year, is you have all the different pistol formations, pistol bunch, with the others. Oh, don't love our blocking on those linebackers. Do love that stiff arm, though. Get off me, little fella. You got nothing. You got absolutely nothing against the Hilltoppers. The power of Big Red. Power of Big Red compels you. Okay, so that linebacker on the left was going to be unblocked, so let's actually flip this over to the right and keep another run here. Look at the blocking by the boys. Take it all the way to the corner, Allen. Take it all the way to the corner, Allen. First and goal at the 3. Beautiful stuff, though. Down to the 1. Why did I say at the 3? Because he was number 3. That threw me off for a second. But no, 1st and goal at the 1. We're going to give it right back to Allen. Just a little dive up the middle and just get aftershock. Just pound stiff arm. Takes it in for the Western Kentucky touchdown. Big Red leading the boys. 7-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. Let's see if the defense can keep doing their part here. And they punted. Beautiful, beautiful. That is back to our ball. Let's try a little pistol Y off trips. I mean, still going to mainly be focused on running the ball here. I'm not loving the runs we're seeing out of this formation. Oh, do we have... see, I'd much rather have a dive against a front like this, but we will go ahead and go with that stretch. Just find our gap right up the middle here. Can we try to hit a little bit of a spin? That's fine. Still a nice gain of 10. Still got that run game. We're working pretty nice for us so far. Oh, Allen is getting a little bit banged up. Just a little, though. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Maybe I should swap him out. If we keep going like this and we have a decent enough lead, we'll make sure we'll take Allen out at some point when things are a little bit more comfy. I do want to, I want to keep passing the ball a little bit, though. We got to test out our guys here. We just go, let's try a corner strike play here. We just send RB on a streak and everything else is kind of fine where it's at. Burrows is our speedy boy. Maybe I want him in the slot for this formation, actually. I mean, we'll just take it right back to Allen, stretch that across for the 1st down, take us to the 2nd quarter. Try out a little tray open halfback strong. Called to run here. like how it looks against this defensive front. They went really wide, really spread out. Just don't catch me from behind there, number 10. Maybe Allen's wear and tear getting to him a little bit here. But we have the draw in here, some different RPOs at Z under seams. Scissors looks like a nice play. But we're just trying, I mean, I kind of want to audible this back to an inside zone. Again, they're giving that same, like, super 3 down linemen all spread apart super far. Another absolute pancake out there. Throw some more stiff arms. And A.J. Allen, 10 rushes for 83 yards. That man is putting in some work here today already. So we're going to go, I would like to get it some to our tight end. Because do we really have, I was thinking if we really had anybody, let me get this in there. Just secure catch it. Ah, I should have racked it. I should have racked it and I should have greened it because that would have been a touchdown. But still a nice throw on the run there from our quarterback, getting us right back down into the red zone. A first and goal for the boys. Let's give it a duo. See, we'll just give it right back to A.J. Allen here. He has definitely been the star of the offense so far. Ooh, just hold those blocks just a little bit. Gets in untouched. Go celebrate with Big Red. Go celebrate with Big Red. Oh, up and down, up and down, up and down. Touchdown. Hilltoppers, 14-0 lead. One more stop by the defense and we're feeling really good. Oh, no, that was a touchdown for Delaware. But I still like where we're at. All things considered. Cross X burst. What do we think of this? What do we think of this? That'd just be a quick one down to Allen. We had it. We'll just hit X right in that spot. Go ahead and green catch that. Nice little first down. Nice throw by Brock Glenn. Liking what we're seeing out of the quarterback so far. Of course, it is very early, but some good throws in there so far. We've only asked him to do a little bit, and he's come through pretty good for us. Where is that like ISO run that we ran earlier? There it is. Slot right. Slot right. I like the looks of this run quite a bit. And again, they're just going 3 down linemen. Just follow your big boy tight end and go get a free 8 yards. They're going to make it that easy. We're going to go ahead and take it. Let's go back to some pistol bunch. Another little halfback zone here to Allen. Then we'll take it to the 2-minute warning. Again, beautiful blocking up front by these boys. They are just leading the way for A.J. Allen. Take it to the 2-minute warning. Got to start working some clock here a little bit towards the end of half. Staying in some pistol, staying in some doubles Y off here, but again, just going to be giving that ball to Allen, seeing how, oh, wait for that hole to open up there, and Allen will take it for another gain of 7. How many yards even is that for Allen? He's starting to get a little bit banged up here, so maybe, I don't know, do we want to just keep giving him the rock? I kind of feel like we do. I kind of feel like we do. It's been working. He's been an absolute stud for us. What a little Z-close duo as a run up the middle here. See if Allen can at least pick us up this first down to a 1.5 minutes. Go ahead and snap it. Whoop, whoop, and then cut it back this way and throw some stiff arms and pick up that first down. Good work, Allen. All right, let's try a pass here. Go back to our dagger. Burrows might be one-on-one over on that side. I kind of like the look of our tight end just from how that defense was lined up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta love the look from how that defense was set up of our tight end. Another first and goal now for the Hilltoppers. Do we have... I mean, I do like the looks of their bunch X Nasty, but I don't think we have an RPO from here. Let's try this mesh traffic with Allen going to that other flat. We're going to keep this one kind of as is and see if we can just go to Allen. Rude. Rude, boys. Whip double spot. What do we think of this? We just take X and put him on like a regular curl. And then A like on a crosser. Something like this. Allen just got to go win a one-on-one out there. Yeah, give your guy a shot. Give him a shot. Okay. So 3rd and goal. And even if we don't get this, it's not... Oh God, he is really... I got to take Allen out. I love what you've been doing, Allen. But see, this is kind of the problem. The wear and tear on defaults, it's pretty bad. So he's got to come out. Let's put Parrish, our freshman, in. So he can come take that spot. And then 3rd down and power back is going to be Parrish. And we'll see what he's got for this game. Don't love it, but when we got a guy as hurt as that, I feel like there's just not a ton that we can do. All right, so 3rd and goal. Slant spacing? I kind of wanted... Try to maybe make sure we get out on a hash. But I mean, I like the looks of Taylor on this. I like the looks of Taylor on this, and Brock Glenn delivers an absolute strike touchdown, Western Kentucky. Keep them off the board there for the end of half. Perfect. 14-point lead. Into the second half we go. Like where we're sitting, like where we're at. We're going to just keep trying out some different things here in this playbook. Let's go back to a little tray offset. Gonna try some verticals here and keep it as is. Yeah. Tight end. Nice and open right in that flat. Everybody going vertical to follow our vertical threats. Opens up that tight end beautifully. Nice and easy one for the boys there. I really like the looks of the slot out play out of tray offset. God, I kind of want to send Ezram just upfield here on a streak, though. I'm going to try it. We're going to see if he ends up winning. Our halfback does, though. Just takes it to Parrish. Yeah, Ezram never really. We could have tried like a small pass lead or something like that, but we don't need to get super crazy here. Just take one down. Oh, and I forgot I did give Glenn a black visor. I totally forgot about that till just right now. So I was looking at the different equipment stuff you can do, and it was like, there's just so much. I gave up, but I did give the visor to our guy. All right, so now we got our 1st and 10. In this tray offset, a little cross dagger here. If we have time, I like Hutchinson on this. Burrows on the kind of that short crosser, the drag to our tight end. Burrows, that 35 reacted much better than I thought he was going to. I did not expect him to be able to, with his back turned to the play like that, be able to do what he did, but he certainly did. He certainly followed that pretty well. All right, let's try our dagger here again. Maybe I should have just ran this ball. Yeah, it's fine. Tight end, click on. Shouldn't have secure caught it. Should have rack caught it, but still gets us down to a 1st and goal at the 1. Would love to get our tight end with a touchdown, but I don't hate the idea of Parrish being able to punch one in here on this duo either. Parrish in for the touchdown. Western Kentucky 28-7. Like what we're seeing here. They have to punt again. We do one more offensive drive, or should we just super sim the rest of this? I mean, it's 28-7. I think we've seen enough. We know this playbook pretty well. I like what we're seeing out of that team. We're going to risk a super sim here. Maybe I should have taken some guys out, make sure nobody gets injured, because that did screw us in one of our seasons with ODU. But let's just jump ahead. End a game. If it ends up getting close, we can jump back in there. It's 28-10, 35-10. Oh yeah, we're good, boys. We're good, boys. The Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. That's how we start a season. The 7-foot-tall, 300-pound coach, whatever the max is what we made him. A.J. Allen, player of the game, 15 rushes, 122 yards. Let's see who scored that last touchdown for us. Take a look at her total stats all around. Pretty happy with how this season started here for Western Kentucky. Nice road victory for us there. It was nice to start against Delaware, kind of, dip our toes in a little bit. So we ended 29 rushes, 191 yards. Let's just look at our total player stats here for the Hilltoppers. 11 for 17, 154, no turnovers. That's going to help a lot with that season goal. We really can't have any against the CPU. Rushing wise, 15 for 22 for A.J. Allen, got a touchdown. 8 for 55 for our freshman Parker Parrish with a touchdown and 3 broken tackles. I kind of like what we saw. We didn't use him much, but from what we saw, I liked Parker Parrish. I'm actually going to look at the depth chart again because he felt shiftier than A.J. Allen. So I'm wondering if his change of direction might be a little bit higher. Then Caleb Hicks got that last touchdown, ran one in. Oh no, that's only 4. We did have one more. That's right, that quick little out over to Taylor. Our tight end, 3 for 71. Telling you, having a good, fast tight end, I think, is really, really going to help this offense. Defensively, did we get any sacks, any turnovers? No sacks, no forced turnovers. Who led the way in tackles? Joshua Mensah. That makes sense. And then Herard, our safety, up there as well. Overall, great effort, great start to our season here with Western Kentucky. And I just realized, too, I never actually showed you what our schedule is for this year. I talked about it, but I didn't actually show it, so we can go over it right now. Get to level up a little bit. We did, and I never showed how we set up our coach here either. Oh, so now we got 860. We did recruiter again. I did recruiter last year. I feel like it worked out pretty good for us. So now we got 60, and I think we're gonna get level 1 across the board, except for kicker and puncher probably. So we'll get everybody on level 1 before starting to do level 2s. I mean, I don't really do the sway thing a whole heck of a lot, so that's not really gonna help us anyway, but the tier 3 and tier 4 are the ones we really want to get to. So let's do we'll just go down the list here. We'll do one of each of these because we need pretty much every position across the board. So we'll just do all of these. So now they all take less time to fully scout, which is great. Maybe I should have actually done these because I haven't scouted corners yet, but hey, too late. So we're in it now. So we're up in our recruiter game a little bit. Love to see that for Coach Glenn Jacobs. So then the team schedule, and then we'll take one more look at that depth chart because I do want to see that AJ Allen compared to that freshman. So our schedule, starting with the 2 CPU games at Delaware, at Nevada. Probably not going to do a video for at Nevada. We will pick back up for week 3, our user game against Spicy and North Texas, who that offense looks ridiculous. Their halfback is insane. Should be a fun one there. We're going to Cord, going to Pullman in Washington State. We got a home game against Temple, against Vancy. He said he was looking for a user game in week 5. Who can say no to that? We'll be playing Vancy here as an out-of-conference game. Then our conference play starts with at Liberty, home for Coastal, home for FAU, home for App State, home for Jacksonville State, at Troy, at USF. There's nothing, so for the scheduling, we do like 48 hours. You can set up out-of-conference user games if you want to. You can change things. The only things I can't change are conference games and protected matchups. And the way EA set up these conference games is crazy. There's so many teams with like 4 home games in a row. It's ridiculous, but there's nothing I can really do about it. That's just the way EA did it. So that's what our schedule is looking like. Like I said, we got one more CPU game. Don't expect a video on that, but then all the user games we will. We'll have some games of the week. We should have one for week 0. We did have some good games through here. Not going to be for every week. It's just if there's actually a good game during this week. In the first few weeks, not going to be as many user games, so we will see. All right, let me check these halfbacks here. Change of direction. No, Parrish is still only 86 compared to 87. Their agility is about the same, or their acceleration is about the same. Agility-wise, Allen's better. Something about that Parrish felt pretty nice, though. I don't know what it is. I'm going to move him up to be halfback too, though, just so because he's a freshman. We want him to get some XP and things. So that is it. That covers everything here. Week 0, College Football 27, OMT Online Dynasty. Best of luck to everybody in the Dynasty this season. Here's to another great year, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy.